So today I want to talk about the hot foil system. I've had it for a few weeks, but I haven't used it. I just took it out of the box today. I figured I had time to play with it and give it a try. It's made me nervous because I really don't like hot things. So like I very rarely would use a glue gun because it's hot. It's one of the reasons I don't cook or do anything stove related is because that kind of stuff makes me really nervous, and I just don't like heat or hot things like that. So I was really nervous about using this. So I asked my husband to come help me and he protested at first, but he ended up doing actually the majority of the work. So let's walk through and I'll tell you my experiences, what I liked and what I didn't like about the system. So one, my very first dislike is I don't like that it's hot. That kind of puts me off right from the start, and probably why I put off even opening it out of the box for so long. But the images that I've seen, or the cards I've seen with it, are really pretty, and it's gorgeous, the final outcome of it. But to getting to that, I don't think this is a process I would do very often. One, because of the heat. Two, it's very time consuming. So I'm not going to, I chose not to do a video in terms of how it works. There's a lot out there right now that have showcased that already, and probably better than I in terms of showing that. So I chose not to do that, but I wanted to take the time to actually talk about my experience and what I experienced with the whole process, my likes and dislikes with that. So I started with this Butterfly Flight hot foil dies, and it comes with so these ones here, these blacked out ones, and then you have these ones here. So all the blacked out ones are actual regular dies. These ones here are your hot foil dies, and they all come in the same kind of package. So these, the ones that are still on there, are my regular dies that run through the embossing machine. Those are the same if you would use any other die. This one here is the different one. So as you can see, I'm just going to hold them up side by side. So you can see that there's a difference in the finish. So this one has a very dull kind of matte finish. This one is very shiny. And you can see like this one has just the outline. This one has your more detail and your solid pieces in there. Okay, so this is the piece that we worked with. I ran it through the hot foil system. I initially, because everything was hot, I initially just kind of dropped it. Not hard, but I kind of just dropped it, and it was not straight at all. So my husband fixed it. I didn't have it right, apparently. So anyway, this is kind of what, so I did it in 3 different colors, 3 different cardstocks, and then I tried the gold foil, the silver foil, and the light pink foil. So let's take a look at the butterflies first, okay? So here's the first one. I did it black cardstock with the light pink foil. It's very pretty. This is the very first one that, no, sorry, this is the second one we did. It looks very pretty. I really like the finish to it. And it gives the dies to be able to cut them out. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with it card-wise, but I wanted to take the opportunity before I start cutting anything to show you what we made today. So this is the pink. This is the very first one we did, and it came out pretty good. So this is the silver on like a very vanilla cardstock. And again, it has a gorgeous look. I just don't know if I like the process. And then we have the gold butterflies. So this one you're starting to see, we got some gold foil along the top, and I also have some at the bottom. So I think it was the way we were taking it off. We were kind of taking the foil off, and then taking this off the hot foil system, opposed to just taking this piece off and then peeling the foil off. So you'll see in some of the other ones are a little bit more noticeable before we realized what was happening, but you'll see some gold at the tops there, along the top, but still very pretty. Okay, so the second set that I have for the hot foil system is this Echoes of Detail. Okay, and there's 3. So you have the bricks, the little hatch lines here, and then this other pattern, this filigree pattern. Okay, This one here, so the Echoes of Detail hot foil dies, also comes with, well, not comes with, but you can get the Echoes of Detail stamp set. So you get the kind of the same pattern with that filigree set. You get some bricks, and you get some more lines, I guess, over here, but you get some other different patterns with that, and that's a stamp set that kind of complements those hot foil dies. Okay, so I've not used those yet, but they do kind of match nicely. Okay, so let's look at these. Let's start with this filigree. So we'll start with the bottom one. So again, you'll see it has that matte kind of finish. The back is solid, and this is the pattern. So it's rather pretty. Okay, and again, I did the same 3 cardstocks and the 3 different foils. I just kind of mixed them up. So this is on the black cardstock with the silver foil. So you can see it's quite pretty. You can make a card like that and add extra stuff. You can even cut something out of that. You can again see that there's some silver, a little bit of silver foil at the top. So if this was my card, main card, I would want to cover that kind of stuff up. But I'm not sure what I'm doing with them yet. So that is the silver. This is really pretty. So this is the pink on white cardstock. It's very, very pretty. And then we have gold. Okay. And this is on the vanilla cardstock. Alright, then let's go to the little crosshatch lines. So again, solid on the back. They have a little bit of weight to them too, so that's a good way to tell the difference between the dies as well. These ones are definitely heavier. So this is kind of personal preference, I think, in terms of which way you want it or what you're going to do with it. So any which way you're going to do with it, it's pretty. So let's take a look. And again, same thing. Here's the silver foil. Okay. Gold on the vanilla. And then we have the pink on the black, which is very striking. That pink on black looks very, very pretty. But you'll see I have a lot of extra foil on the bottom corner here and along the side. Okay, then we have the brick. So again, this is kind of personal preference, whether you want it to kind of go this way or whether you want it to go this way. I chose this way. I think for all of them. I think they're all this way, but if not, I guess you could just turn your paper over and you get the other way. Okay, so this is the pink foil. You'll see this one's the most noticeable, I think, on how that extra foil goes all the way down. This was one of the very first, not the first one, but I think maybe the third one that we ran through, and we weren't taking it off properly, so we have that extra part there. But so this is strike. I think the pink is my favorite on any of the color, whether it's the black, the white, or the vanilla. The pink is my favorite so far with that. And then I have the brick sun in silver on white cardstock. So very pretty. And then it's very striking on the gold. Same thing with this one. Again, it was within our first few that we did. And you can see that this one is slightly off, a little bit, I don't want to say crooked, but it's not quite the same as this one's more vertical. Of course, this one has a tilt to it. So I really found once you've laid down your foil over top of your die, you couldn't see where you're placing the cardstock. So you there is a grid on the hot foil system, but it wasn't my preference. But they do have very striking details, and I like the finished product. I just don't know if I like the process. So that's my experience. Comment your experiences in the comments, and let's see what other people think of the hot foil system. Do you like it? Do you not? Tips? Share.